Okay. The set is production of food crops. Only 4 different types of crops, millets, pulses, rice, and wheat, were produced in the state of the country. The table given below shows the production of a crop as a percentage of total production of 4 crops in the state during the period 1819 to 2122. So basically in 2018 and 19, if we consider all these 4 crops only, so out of 100% of the crops, 40% was the weightage of wheat, 25% rice, 20% pulses. So this makes 85%. So millet must be 15%, right? 15% millet rahe honge. Similarly, this is 20, 30, and 35. That makes it how much? 85. So again, this must be 15. This is 25, 20, and 25, which is 70. So this must be 30%. Or ye bhi 70. So this must be 30%. Right? All these values are in percentage, first of all. क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी लग रहा है, अभी तक तो हमें क्वेश्चंस पता नहीं है बेसिकली, पर टेबल तो कंप्लीट भी हो गई है. बट देन वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग the total prediction of all the 4 years need not to be same. In fact, it has to be different. So the total, let us assume the total prediction over here is 100A, here it is 100B, it is 100C, and 100D. So now we can say that millets was 15A, this was 28, rice was 25A, and so on. इसका इतना weightage था. Now let us move to question part. Question क्या है, किस तरह से करने देखते हैं. So if the prediction of rice as compared to the previous year increased by 25%, now increment of 25% means there is an increment of 1 by 4. Increment of 20% means there is an increment of 1 by 5, and increment of 33.33%, which is 1 by 3. So respective increment हुए in the production of rice. So rice initially was how much? 25A. So when it is increased by 1 by 4, it must have become 5 by 4 of its initial value. 1 by 4 का increment makes it 5 by 4 of initial value. Then an increment of 1 by 5 makes it 6 by 5 of the initial value, and increment of 1 by 3 makes it 4 by 3 of initial value. So basically, तो 25A हमारा राइस था, वो आप कितना हो चुका है एक बार चेक करते हैं. तो दिस गेट्स कैंसिल्ड आउट, 5 से 5 कैंसिल होता है, दिस इज 2. So that becomes 50A in the year 2021 and 22. But as per what we have written over here, it must be equal to 40D. So can we say that this 50A is equal to 40D? Now we have a relation between A and D, which is 5A equal to 4D. अब चेक करते हैं मिलेट्स के लिए. Millets from 2018-19. In 18-19, millets were 15A, and in 21-22, millets were 15D. Now, can we write the value of D as 5 by 4 of A? So, if we substitute the value of D as 5 by 4 of A, this was 15A. This becomes 5 by 4 of 15A. So, there is definitely an increment of 1 by 4, which is 25%. So, the answer to this question is 25%. There was an increment of 25% in case of millets. Now, let us move to second question. If the production of wheat was same in the 4 years, now wheat is same. Wheat is same. So, we can say that 40A is equal to 35B is equal to 25C is equal to 30D. Right? ये हम कह सकते हैं. Then in which year the percentage change in the total production of the crops in the state was highest as compared to the previous year? कौन से year में production जो रहा उसका change highest रहा? So if we compare these 2 years initially, these 2 years, so we can say that A to B comes out to be how much? 35, 40. So 35 becomes 40 in the next year. So there is an increment of 5 over 35, which is equal to 1 by 7. Which further is equal to 14.28 in terms of percentage. So this is for this particular year. If we compare these 2 years, so 35B equal to 25C of a B over C from here comes out to be 25 over 35. So 25 becomes 35 in the next year. So there is an increment of 10 over 25, which makes it 40%. If we check for this particular year, so we have 25C is equal to 30D. So C over D from here comes out to be 6 by 5 or 30 by 25 only. 30 by 25. So we have a decrement. So this cannot be the answer, and out of this is the highest percentage that we have. So the answer to this question is 21-22. Moving to next question. If the ratio of total production of all the 4 crops in the year were this. So these ratio 100A, 200B, 200C, 200D is this. So we can simply assume the value of A to be 4, B to be 2, C to be 2, and D to be 3. That will suffice, right? Then the total production of which of the following crops in the state was least during the year this to this. Now let us first of all check for millets. So we have got the value of A as 4. So millets was 15A, that is 60. 20B, B is 2. So 20B is 40. Then 25C, C is 2 again, so that makes it 50. And 15D, D is 3, so that makes it 45. So in total, this is 195. Now let's check for pulses. It's 20A, A is 4, 80. 15B is 30. 20C is 40. And 15D is 45 again. So that is 110, 150, and 195 again. Now rice is 25A. 25 into 4 is 100. 30B is 60. 30C is 60 again. 40D is into 3 is 120. This is way much more than these two values. So the answer is both A and B. These two values are same, right? So the last question. So the selling price of pulses increased. So we are talking about pulses first of all. So the selling price of pulses increased by 20% and the cost price of pulses increased by 65% from year 1920 to 2021. The net profit from the sale of pulses was same, and the total production of all the 4 crops in the state was same. The total production was same. So from here we can say that 100 equal to 100B equal to 100C equal to 100D. The total production was same. Now as we are interested in these 2 years only, so let us focus on B and C only. So we can say that 100B equal to 100C. From here we can say that B equal to C. Now talking specifically about pulses. In year 1920, the production was, the quantity produced was 15B, and 2021 it was 20C. So let us write it to be 20B only because B is equal to C now. Now let us assume the cost price to be X over here and the selling price to be Y over here. Now there is an increment of 20% in the cost price that makes it 1.2X and an increment of 65% in selling price that makes it 1.65Y. And now it is given to us that the profit was same in both the year. So let us calculate the profit in year 1920. So this is the quantity. And then when quantity multiplied with the difference of selling price and cost price, that will be the total profit. Same, let us apply the same formula over here also. 20B into 1.65Y minus 1.2X. And these two values are given to be equal to us. B and B gets cancelled out. This gets cancelled in 3 times and in 4 times. So 3Y minus 3X. This is how much? 6.6Y minus 4.8X. So 1.8X is equal to 3.6Y, or X over Y is 2:1. And we need to calculate the ratio of selling price to cost price, that is Y to X. So that is 1 to 2. The ratio of selling price to the cost price. So selling price is Y na. So that must be, I think we have some wrong options over here. So it must be 1:2, right? So I hope this is clear to all of you. Set was not that difficult. छोटा सा कॉन्सेप्ट था कि जब अलग अलग वैल्यूज हो उन्हें कैसे कंपेयर किया जाता है. आई होप आपको क्लियर होगा अच्छे से. थैंक यू.